All right, all right. I think we got this working here. All right, let me get everything started and everything. All right, we've gone through everything. We've got a few things that we've got to do here to make. I've already got the vision here, but we're gonna try this new thing I've been thinking about doing for a while. Um, and let me just go ahead and get my screen shared. All right. So let me see if I can get me on here too. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, let me see here. All right, coolio. All right, so we're pretty much just gonna go through my Instagram here, and we're gonna go through. This is gonna be like a topical type of show and everything like that. And we're going to talk a lot of shit here. Okay. I do have to say, this is going to be a shit talking show. Actually, by the way, welcome to the first live episode of Your House is Ugly and Your Contractor Sucks, by the way. And like I said, I'm going to hopefully do a weekly show over the weekends now, go live, and then it's all there and everything. But there's this whole world of Instagram construction content and other content in general that it just writes itself for us. It is right there in front of us. You can't ignore it. Everybody gets sucked into this stuff. And so I said, why not? Why not build an entire show around this? There's these huge um names and pariahs and lolcows and everything in the construction industry. Okay. And they're all over Instagram. And we could do deep dives on these people. They have very interesting stories, like Home Love Construction. Brad from Home Love Construction. That is an episode in itself. Okay. Everybody who's on Instagram and stuff knows Home Love Construction, has probably blocked Home Love Construction. I'm one of the only people in the construction space that have actually interviewed him and like done a real deep dive on him. Everybody talks shit about him, but nobody knows exactly why. Me, when I talk shit, I do my research. Okay. When I talk shit, I do my research. So I'm just putting that out there. That's the way it is. So let's go through some of my save posts. There's a few things I want to talk about. We're just going to kind of go through everything. But the biggest thing, too, that I love about Instagram, one, this is like an easy, lighthearted thing to go off of, is third world countries and their construction. Okay. This is like the first thing that I have saved on here. We're going to talk about that. Um, everybody probably has looked at these and stuff. And you just have to, this is what makes me appreciate building codes. This is what makes me appreciate the way we do things, even though some things maybe can be improved on and everything like that. But thank God we live where we live. All right. This is just running fiber. Okay. I mean, when I run fiber here and everything in the States, we're running through conduit. We're doing it. So that's all nice and protected. We're putting it underground. We're doing what we got to do. Right. Let's go ahead and just watch this one. And you can see them running fiber.
फाइबर रिपेयर करने बुला लिया और इसके चक्कर में तो मोदी जी गए थे। चलिए पहले फाइबर के टुकड़े दिखाता हूँ, फिर पूरी बात बताता हूँ। पहला कट फ्लैट के पास है, यहाँ पर दूसरा कट है और ये रहा तीसरा कट जिसका कनेक्शन सामने घर पे है।
I mean, just look at where you got to work. Look at up here. Look at all this just dangling, just this huge service loop. What is that? A 200-foot service loop there.
चेंज करने का डिसीजन लेते हैं और न्यू केबल में एफएमसी बनाकर फैट में लगा देते हैं। जब तक कस्टमर खुद आ जाते हैं काम देखने, मोदी जी अपना केबल लेकर आगे बढ़ने लगते हैं और इस पोल में मोदी गिरते गिरते बचा है। सीढ़ी और हाइट हो सकता है, पोस्टर में चढ़ने की जरूरत ही नहीं थी, बट ये कोढ़िया आलसी इंसान सीढ़ी खोले तब ना। फिर आगे इस बैनर वाले पोल में सीढ़ी लगाते हैं, इसके एंगल से फाइबर क्रॉस करने के लिए। कस्टमर का आज बढ़िया कैलोरी बर्न हुआ होगा हमारे साथ धूप में काम करके, और इसका कारण भी मोदी है। फिर आखिरी फैट की तरफ बढ़ते हैं। ये भाई साहब संडे को आकर पता चला इनके घर से देखना बस इनको रील ही था और काम जल्दी कराने के लिए ही बस हमारे साथ लगे हैं। इसके आगे केबल ठीक है, इसीलिए हम लोग
So the thing I do have to say is here I could tell in the States, we usually just have the type of fiber that we just splice. You have to have like a $2,000 machine to splice it. They have like the single core fiber and they have the other fiber, but they have the single core fiber so you can do these heads by hand and everything.
यहीं पे
I do have
जॉइंट
to say
लगा
that's
रहे
one
हैं।
thing I
यहाँ
got
पावर
down.
आ गया है और घर पे राउटर भी ग्रीन हो
But also, like,
गया है, इसीलिए
look at the
कंप्लेन क्लोज
placements
करके
of
करते हैं काम खत्म।
like
आप
how they're
मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट
mounted
ब्लॉग
and
में।
everything.
थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग। एक मोटू कस्टमर
We got to find, let's go to this guy's main page because he's got ones in English that I watched not too long ago. This one right here.
मुझे और मोदी जी को इतनी कठिनाइयों का सामना करना पड़ रहा सिर्फ एक पगलेट जेसीबी वाले की वजह से। खैर हमारा तो सिंगल कोर फाइबर ही टूटा है, उन भाइयों की क्या हालत होगी जिनको ये जोड़ना है।
Look at that. Look at that. Just sitting in the ground, no protection, nothing.
सोचिए जरा, वैसे ये वाली वायर है किस चीज की?
We got to find the one that's in English. He has them in English too. Let's see here. This
ये
one.
सिर्फ मोदी जी की लापरवाही का नतीजा है। कैसे क्यों सब बताएंगे।
Man, none of them are in English today. What the hell is happening? He had a bunch that were all AI translated and everything. So it's a little bit better. Let me see.
कस्टमर के कैमरे के साथ दोबारा ऐसा हो जाएगा, मैंने कभी सोचा ही
No.
नहीं।
Interesting.
क्या आप भी जियो फाइबर की रेंज से परेशान हैं? तो चलिए इसका
Look at the
सॉल्यूशन
way
जानते
everything
हैं।
is
टीपी लिंक के
mounted
राउटर
here.
को हम लोग एक्सटेंडर बनाने वाले हैं। कस्टमर का जियो फाइबर लगा है मेडिकल शॉप में, जिसकी रेंज
So the English version that I was looking at, this is like a pharmacy and stuff, and then like a doctor's office building and everything like that. So like when we work on medical buildings, I mean, dude, the amount of precautions that we have to take when doing medical building stuff is ridiculous. That's why you're in it. You're either in it because you're all right doing all that extra stuff and charging for it and stuff, or you're not in it because it's too much of a pain in the ass. That's for one. But just like look at the quality, just going through the vents. Look at
सेकंड फ्लोर तक नहीं जाती है। इसके सॉल्यूशन के लिए जियो और टीपी लिंक
like look at the router. It's not even straight.
के राउटर को आपस में कनेक्ट करना पड़ेगा लेन केबल से। इसीलिए सेकंड फ्लोर में राउटर प्लेस होने वाली जगह से लेन केबल डाल रहे हैं मोदी जी, और केबल क्लिप करते
And they're the cleanest install there. If you can see, look, they're the cleanest install there. So you got to give them credit. They actually give a shit a little bit.
हुए वेंटिलेशन में डालकर डायरेक्ट मेडिकल से निकाल लिए, और यहाँ भी कॉर्नर से क्लिप करते हुए।
So look, that was the pharmacy. That was where all the medicine is, everything. No plastic, nothing. If we did that in a pharmacy, we'd have to plastic everything off. We'd probably be doing it at night when there's no customers or whatever. It'd be a whole different ball game for us to do work in a pharmacy.
आगे जियो फाइबर तक, फिर एक्स्ट्रा केबल को काट कर मैं RJ45 बना देता हूँ जो लगेगा राउटर में। अब दिखाता हूँ कॉन्फ़िगर कैसे करना है। लैन केबल को जियो फाइबर के बैक साइड किसी भी पोर्ट में लगाकर दूसरी साइड अपने सेकंड राउटर के वेन पोर्ट में लगाना है। राउटर के बैक साइड वाला पासवर्ड डालते ही वाईफाई कनेक्ट हो जाएगा और इंटरनेट भी चल जाएगा। बट इसका पासवर्ड चेंज करने के लिए आपको क्रोम ब्राउजर में जाकर 192.168.0.1 पे सर्च करना पड़ेगा, जिसमें ये पेज खुलेगा जिसको डायनेमिक में ही रहने दें। नेक्स्ट में क्लिक करने पे आपको राउटर का नाम और पासवर्ड चेंज करने का ऑप्शन।
All right, we don't need to see all that stuff. But yeah, so go ahead, check this guy's page out, PodRG Vlogs. I just love seeing stuff from India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, wherever these guys are. It's just interesting because like
जोहार झारखंड, आज हम लोग एयर फाइबर उखाड़ के फेंकने वाले हैं और लगाने वाले हैं जियो फाइबर। वीडियो शुरू कर रहे हैं कस्टमर की घर की छत से। फैट हमारा घर के जस्ट बाहर ही है, इसीलिए घर से ही शुरू करते हैं केबल डालना। मोदी जी छत पे केबल बांधकर छप्पर से होते हुए जाने लगते हैं फैट की साइड, और केबल का बंडल को गुड़गुड़ा कर वापस आ जाते हैं। मेरे बार बार मना करने।
The thing is, they just like walk on top of people's houses and stuff, which is like hilarious.
एरिया में एयर फाइबर वाले इंस्टॉल करने से बाज नहीं आते, कस्टमर को बेवकूफ बनाकर चेप ही देते हैं। इसीलिए तुम लोग अब लगाते जाओ, मैं उखाड़ कर फेंकता जाऊंगा। एयर फाइबर की ऑडियो की वीडियो बनाने के बाद हम लोग आ जाए।
Hey, screw taking the time to take the device off, to expose the mounting plate screws. take the screws out. No, just take your palm and beat it out of the bricks. That's how you do
हैं
it.
पोल का काम करने और मोदी जी तोड़फोड़ के मामले में एक्सपर्ट है ही इसको तोड़ने के बाद यहाँ
Oh, my cardboard spool broke that I just let lay in the mud and get all wet and stuff. Oh no, the spool broke after I tossed it over a telephone pole
एफएमसी बनाकर लगा
and it
देते हैं
fell and
फैट
it
में
broke.
फिर घर पे भी एफएमसी बनाकर कर लेते हैं पावर चेक और घर वाले एयर फाइबर को उखाड़ने के बाद सेम जगह पे अपना जियो फाइबर इंस्टॉल कर देते
Yeah,
हैं
look at all like how everything's mounted, dude. It's just like extra wire, just leave the loop. Nothing's
यहाँ
mounted
भी हम लोग न्यू
level.
वाला 807 का ही प्लान एक्टिवेट
Nothing's
करते हैं
hidden in
जिसकी
the
डिटेल्स ये रही
compartment.
वीडियो पसंद आई तो प्लीज डू लाइक एंड सब्सक्राइब
And again, take this with a grain of salt. I know this is a different country. They're dealing with poverty like we're not dealing with. But I speak to this about everybody. That's why like these building codes and everything they suck, right? Getting permits and stuff sucks. But unfortunately, it keeps us from becoming this. Like, look, actually, this is a good
पिछले
install.
वीडियो में आपने
Look at
फर्स्ट
this
फ्लोर
one.
का
This
कैमरा
one
का
actually's got a
इंस्टॉलेशन देख लिया
cabinet.
था आज काम फाइनल करने
can't
वाले
believe
हैं
it.
ग्राउंड फ्लोर में 2 कैमरा लगना बाकी था अभी यहाँ ड्रिल
So
कर
this
रहे
is
हैं
like
ड्रिल
a
होने के बाद
nicer
इसमें
install,
कैमरा की और पीओई की
as you
पावर
can
सप्लाई के
see.
लिए वायर डाल दिए फिर पीवीसी बॉक्स लगाकर इसमें
But
कैमरा
again,
लगा
still
देते
all the
हैं और
wires,
दूसरा
no
यहाँ पे बुलेट
conduit,
कैमरा लगा
it's
देते
just
हैं
all right
इसके बाद
there.
वायरिंग करके यहाँ कैमरा के बगल में
So this is
पीवीसी
the
रैक इंस्टॉल
cleanest
कर
of the
देते हैं
clean
और
here
सारा केबल पंच
for
करके
this,
पीवीसी
which
रैक में
would
डाल
be
देते हैं
like the
यहाँ
bare
सीपी प्लस का 2
minimum here
पीओई
in this
लगा रहे
case.
हैं एक यहाँ और दूसरा ऊपर फ्लोर में एनवीआर के पास पीओई लग जाने के
All
बाद
this
इसको बंद कर
exposed
देते
and
हैं
everything, what's
रैक
the
उल्टा
point of
लगा
that?
है
You
या
got
सीधा कमेंट
security
में
cameras
बताएं
and everything.
नीचे
You
का
top
काम हो
up there,
जाने
you
के
just
बाद
put the
ऊपर
pole
एनवीआर
back.
के लिए भी रैक इंस्टॉल कर
You know
देते
what I
हैं
mean?
और इसके बाद
Oh,
टीवी
he's
का
showing us
मेजरमेंट
the
लेके
safe.
टीवी भी इंस्टॉल कर दिए जब तक कलवा केसिंग लेकर आ गया है यहाँ जितना केबल
But what I was saying is it keeps us from becoming this. Like, look at all this crazy shit. Like,
आज करने वाले
just
हैं रोड क्रॉसिंग का
protrusions
काम
through walls,
11,000 के
wires
लाइन वाले तार के
everywhere.
ऊपर से और सुबह ही आना
Just
पड़ा लाइन होटल ये बोरी रिसीव
no safety really in mind on anything, as you can see, just going through this guy's page. So, like again, this is
सुबह
like
जाना था
probably
मुझे
the
जल्दी साइट पे
nicest
क्योंकि
building
सीसीटीवी का केबल मैंने
in
अब
this
तक नहीं
area
डाला
here.
और फॉल सीलिंग का काम हो चुका है शुरू
Which
बट हो जाता
actually
है
is
लफड़ा
turning out
चलिए
pretty good
बताते
and
हैं
everything.
आज
But
कलुआ
again,
बन
that's
गया है
new
मैकेनिक और ये लोग
construction,
कौन है
right?
और कहाँ ले
These
जा रहे हैं
things
पानी
that have been here that you can see in the background. I mean, how long have they been here? Who knows? But they definitely have no, building code, no building safety, and that's what keeps us having a nice infrastructure and everything, right? So again, they do kind of have more freedom than us. Let's not lie, but to a certain extent, you need control, you need rules, unfortunately, or you start getting installs like this. You think it's bad now, just wait. Anyways, let's go to the next our next thing since we're done with Jihar here. Let's go back to our saved, huh? Now, I wanted to talk about this. Now, this is a little bit of an asshole thing here, but we do have to. And again, this is going to be a short live today, guys. I got to get the kids up and everything. The wife is at Pilates and stuff. So we got like 15 more minutes here. But I just wanted to do a live test, get everything started. But the next thing we're going to talk about these tech guys coming into the industry. Okay. And now, again, this is like a little bit of friendly banter and shit talking, but also it is kind of a real thing, if that makes sense. Okay. These tech guys who are either getting laid off or they made a bunch of money in tech and now they're sitting on all this money, they got nothing to do, all this stuff. They are starting to come into the construction industry, right? And I do get a sense from a lot of them that they're just like, oh man, we're going to fucking wipe this up. Like, we know what to do. Like, these contractors don't answer their phones. They're not getting into this. We could solve that problem. We can do it. And they think they're going to solve it in a technology type of way. I don't necessarily know if this guy is like thinking like that, but most of them think like that. Like, we can solve it with technology. We can solve it with this AI. Like, I can put in better systems. And the thing with construction and the labor market in labor, like in physical labor, is that that's the problem, right? Right now, that's the problem, is the workforce. So you cannot solve the issues in this industry with technology alone. You can solve it with technology and a labor force behind that technology. Now, talent is getting very, very expensive and it's getting very, very hard to find. It is out there, right? There's a lot of talented people out there, but it is harder and harder as business owners for us to attract those people, keep those people, and make money off of those people, because high ticket people, you need to start charging clients high ticket prices. These higher ticket prices are harder to sell. You don't sell as many of the high ticket jobs as you do your normal stuff, right? Just the way it is. There's a lot less people with pockets that deep. So you got to go out and find them. Some people are really good at finding them. Some people struggle a little bit until they get up there. But no matter what, you're still not going to be selling. We did 50 ADU, like little backyard office projects in 3 years. We did 50 of them. Okay. I didn't do 50 of them by being out of everybody's budget. Those, in the grand scheme of things, even though these little backyard offices average 50 to 60 grand, right? For like a 10 by 12 or an 8 by 10, something like that. That's not high ticket in my area. High ticket is 800,000, a million, etc. I maybe will only do one of those projects a year every 3 years, right? Like I have a big ticket project up in Geyserville, but that thing has been in planning for 2 years, okay? And we probably have another year of planning and permit submittals. Like the engineering and the septic testing has just gotten done, okay? But anyways, back to what I'm saying is they think they're going to solve it that way. We have a labor issue. They're not going to solve it that way. It's not as easy. So my big joke with them is anytime I see these new guys come in and stuff, I always give them shit about, oh, fresh meat, baby. Oh boy, I'm gonna eat you up and spit you out, right? Just get them a little scared. You know what I mean? It's like it's just a little friendly banter, but also be ready, dude. Be fucking ready. I'm in this shit. I'm in construction because I was born in this industry and I literally cannot make a dollar doing anything else. I'm die hard fucking construction. It is not just my living, it is literally my way of life. All I got is construction. The only thing I do well is build shit. Everything else I fucking suck at. I suck at finances. I suck at fucking all the other shit. Paperwork shit I fucking suck at. I can barely read. All right. But when it comes to building shit, I am good at it. I kill it. There ain't nothing else I can do. So there's a reason why I'm in this industry. And if I can make a dollar sitting at home doing anything else in one of these backyard offices that I build, I would be doing it, but I can't. Okay. So let's watch this video real quick. I'll show you what I commented. And if you guys want, go to this page, comment the same thing. We got to get these boys scared. You want in on this, man? All right. We've been getting shit on our whole entire fucking lives. And now all of a sudden, blue collar's making a little bit of money, getting a little bit ahead. And now we got everybody ruining the whole fucking party.
Job market's so cooked that I am side questing hard right now. I don't know if anybody else had to pivot into a different industry after graduating, but for me, I had to pivot into landscaping after graduating with a master's in computer science. And I'm curious, what did you pivot into and what was your original plan? Comment below. Anyways, life is crazy, but we're all in this together. Let's go. Job.
One, we are not all in this together, bitch. Okay, get that fucking straight. But anyways, that's what I commented. Hey, boys, fresh meat. Right. And so, yeah, just having a little bit of joke. And yeah, so that's pretty much what's going on. But it's a bigger problem. You guys are going to go through this and you're going to realize like there's a lot of eyes coming on to blue collar. All right. It has not been like that. If you're like me and you were born in this and you've been in this for a long ass time, everybody is hopping on this bandwagon. Were they there when you were digging in the fucking mud and everybody thought it was stupid and robots were going to take your job? They were getting rid of all the shop classes. They were doing all that. Were they there then? No. Are they there now that they see a bunch of fucking money? Of course. That is the way it happens. But what happens is too many people going after that money ruins the fucking party. And so if you're like me, you guys have to position yourself to take advantage of that influx of people coming in, trying to make money and stuff like that. Like you have to be in an employer position, be able to train those people, employ those people, make money off of those people. Or if not, the party is going to get ruined for you as a worker, as a foreman or something like that, because as the population of these people increases, the competition increases, you're going to be getting less pay. These guys are going to take less pay to get into your position, right? Because they just want to be in that position. A lot of blue collar is ego driven, power driven, right? And so I can convince a younger guy, he's got a little bit of talent and everything. I can convince a younger guy to take less pay to do your job, right? Just because he wants to feel special. That's what a lot of these guys play on these blue collar guys and these subcontractors and everything. Like, we are people pleasers. We don't like to have people pissed off at us. We really truly don't, even though we may be assholes. But we do like to do good by people. We want people to talk about us in a good light, in a good reputation light. And that people will placate off of that and use that to their advantage, take advantage of you. Okay. And because you are an ego driven person, because everybody in the trades is somewhat ego driven, right? Now, again, as you get older, you kind of figure that out and snap out of it. But that's pretty much the future. That's what I'm saying. Let's go to another third world video. All right. We're doing concrete today. I mean, you got to give him credit, dude. That is some talent right there. That is some balance. Is it super inefficient? Oh, hell yeah. But, I mean, look at that. That's got to be an 80-pound bag right there, 60-pound bag, right? Mixed. So he's probably got 100 pounds, right, with the water, with the hydrated and everything. Look at that. Oh, look, this guy John Dawson commented. He's a big guy. Okay, let's also see this. This is talking about people coming into the trades that maybe shouldn't be in the trades when weren't properly trained or not training properly. Okay.
Outside,
Not necessarily.
it could be inside. Too.
Out or in. You know what I mean? There's line and load. It says load in the middle. Load is what you're feeding.
Yeah.
But it don't matter. You know what I mean?
What the fuck you see it say low?
Right there.
I don't see it.
And it says line right here.
Oh, here.
Mm-hmm.
Here, okay. Yeah, because I usually just do the out.
Yeah, it don't matter.
But
Out for one and in for
In
the
for the
other.
other,
That's all you need to do.
Out the one.
All right, so you got that. Out for one, in for the other.
Yeah.
You know,
Ground
20?
goes
On
to
that?
the ground bus.
That's 240
And
though.
then the two lives.
This
go
is
to
120.
each live, right? You
So
know what I mean?
in order for this to be 120 volts,
You gotta.
one of these wires is gonna go to hot. It don't matter what hot.
And if it's
Any
only
one of these
120
fucking
volts,
wires
then
is hot.
the neutrals are together. And
The
then
other one will go to
one.
ground.
So two of these got to go to
Plus, they
ground.
got plugs off of
Because
this.
ground
disconnect.
is neutral.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What the hell is
And
going on here?
This is 120. You know, this wire itself is 120. This neutral, this is nothing. You know what I mean? So if you check here to here when it's
This
hot,
neutral,
you're gonna get
this
120.
Yeah.
If you put these on ground and check here to here, you're still gonna get 120. You know what I mean? It's just a hot and a neutral, basically. You know what I mean?
Know what I mean? All right, why did I look at this? Nothing there. Let's see. Oh yeah, I don't know if you guys saw this drama. This is actually drama we should probably do a full dive in, and maybe I should actually do an interview with this guy about this story and what happened. Actually, we're probably going to do that, but this guy, he's a GC, and the painter was there, and he did this Instagram video, pretty much taking credit for the GC's work. So let's go look at this.
What is up, guys? We're
Cool,
back
let's
here
check
on
how this
site.
guy's work.
Right
I
here,
love seeing how the
custom home
guys
build.
work.
AC Homes, powered by us.
Wait a minute.
As you can tell, we got the kitchen in. We're getting the final coat of paint going on right now. All the closing inspections were passed. Insulation, drywall, plumbing, HVAC, all the rough-ins went very smoothly. Let's take you through a little tour of the home. Floor is going to be put in last after the final coat of paint. Then we'll come back and touch up with the baseboard and trim. First, you got utility room right here. Hallway, bathroom. Sharp tile work, very modern with white paint. Looking good. Then you can roll into the guest bedroom right here. Get a lot of natural sunlight with the windows. A lot of openings right here. We'll go to the master suite. You got the master bedroom right here. Fresh coat of paint on there. Pure white for anybody asking what the color is. Over here, we got Julio painting away in the master bathroom. Finishing up with the tile and everything. And like you said, once we finish up this, we'll be good to go.
Well, ain't that a bitch? I thought I did all that work. I don't even know. I don't even know if so I was laying out my tile for the backsplash, but did I come to, am I not supposed to be here? Am I at the wrong job? What the, yo! Wow!
Yeah, give that guy a follow. GGLL14. I don't even follow him, but I'm going to follow him here. And I'm going to reach out to him and hopefully do an interview. All right, that is my cue to go, guys. The wife is calling. Pilates is done. We'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for doing the first episode with me.